really good angle, is it? That's better. That is better. Alright. Alright. Let's get some audio. Hey, what's up, you guys? It is me, Josie Bun. It is April 3rd, and, well, it's almost April 4th. It is 10:12 p.m. on April 3rd. I'm very nervous to talk about this online. I want to start off by saying this is my body and this is my choice. And if I have to, I will delete comments or block people because this is very important to me. And it's my body, it's my choice, it's my life that I'm living. And this is something that I've wanted to do for me for a very long time, since I was very young. And I'm really excited about it. And I really don't need anyone turning on my parade. So if I have to be the big bad wolf in my comments, I will. So I have never wanted children. And ever since I was a little girl, I knew I didn't want to be a mommy or a mom. And that has not changed. When I was in my early 20s, I began asking the medical community around me, so my general practitioners, my gynecologist, my everyone, to get me resources on when and how and with whom I could tie my tubes. And my gynecologist said no. And I can understand why, I really can. Mostly because, and I want to be frank here, the younger you are when you have your tubes tied, the bigger the risk something called ectopic pregnancy can happen. Now, what I'm having done is not the classic having your tubes tied. My tubes are being fully removed. So I'm having a tubule laparoscopy done. That word will be on the screen. If you are interested in having this done for yourself, I just want to be as detailed as possible, because really this video is for people who are young like me and who want this done. And this is how I did it. So when I first went to discuss having my tubes tied, my gynecologist shut me down for many reasons. Some of the regular awful reasons, you might change your mind and we know better than you, a fully grown woman. Medically, we know better and we know that you might change your mind, when it's even if I did change my mind, I'm going to sign paperwork anyways that says I can't sue you. So what's the problem? What's the issue? You're protected. So that was really frustrating and really just kind of a saddening and disheartening experience. I was at first told no, which again, I understand, because there are physical risks as well with having your tubes conventionally tied. If you just get your tubes clamped, is with a traditional tubal ligation, it is not common, but it is a bigger risk if you get it done at a very young age, that you could be susceptible to fatal ectopic pregnancies. So I understand. And if you don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, I've never had one. I don't know anyone who's had them, so I don't want to speak on behalf of those people. And I'm also not a doctor, and I'm pretty stupid. So take this with a grain of salt. Look it up. The definition will be down here. But from what I know, it's because your tube is clamped, and you can have them if your tube isn't clamped as well. This isn't just a tubule thing. Tubal ligation thing. This is a thing that can happen to any person who can carry a child. But it's when the fertilized egg gets stuck in the fallopian tube and it doesn't go anywhere. It's not going to turn into a baby. It's basically just going to kill you. So it's a fatal pregnancy, right? But it's not really a pregnancy at that point, because it's not a salvageable thing. You know what I mean? You probably know what I mean if you're here. So if you have a tubal ligation at a very young age, that is a very, like, notable risk. So that is basically why I was told no, along with a bunch of other BS reasons. Like, you're not married yet. You've never had a child. You are, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, no, I don't. I've wanted this since I was a child. I've always known that I don't want to be a mother, and that has not changed. And I do not see that changing. And listen here, if for whatever reason my mind does change, which it hasn't in like 2 decades, but if for whatever reason it does change, I still wouldn't want to become pregnant with my own child, because every woman who's in my family, all of them have had children, so we don't know if it'll still happen to me, because there has been no, like, control group to show that this has happened. But every woman immediately after childbirth in my family develops ovarian cysts, like big problematic ones that cause a ton of issues. And when I spoke to the gynecologist I'm seeing now, she was like, this surgery will greatly decrease any risk of you developing ovarian cysts in the future. So I was like, even better. You know, this is gonna avoid a ton of potential trauma in my life, being told, like, you have an ovarian cyst, like, we need to make sure it's not cancer, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is going to eliminate a lot of risk for me, because I have a lot of risk. So I was really excited about that. And so if I ever do change my mind and I do want children, I am completely comfortable with adopting, completely comfortable with getting a surrogate if it comes down to it. Like, my partner and I have already discussed, and, you know, he also doesn't want children. And if we do want to adopt, like, he's got a great job that would probably put us in a really good position to adopt, because he's a first responder. He's a paramedic firefighter. So, like, we are in a great position now to, like, if we were to adopt, we're in a great position to adopt. Plus, we both have people in our lives who we're very close to who have been adopted into families. So, like, adoption has always been something that we've been around. So I think that it would be the right route for us if we were to want children. So all of that aside, like, and I feel horrible having to talk this in depth about this, because, like, I don't think I should have to justify, like, why I'm getting this done. But I just know if I don't, the comments are just going to be like, you're too young and you don't have any kids and you're going to regret it and you're going to change your mind. I just want you to know I'm not. And if that's what you have to say, don't say it, because I've heard it before and I don't care. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. But yeah, so today is April 3rd, almost April 4th. I am going to have surgery on April 5th. And my life is going to be changed for the better forever. And I am so excited. I am so excited. I cannot wait. Now, I just want to clear some things up as well about the surgery, as far as what I have been told by my gynecologist, because of what I'm having done is a tubal laparoscopy. So I'm still going to have a period. If you are curious, if you are wanting this done as well, it is non-reversible. So it's not a tubal ligation where they just put clamps on your tubes or whatever they do. Sometimes those can be reversed. I know it's a very difficult process and it's not a high success rate, especially as you get older, but those can usually be reversed. Mine cannot. Mine are being fully removed. I will have no tubes once this is done. This is permanent sterilization for me. I will have no risk of ectopic pregnancy because I will have no tube for the egg to go into, which again was a big concern for me. It will lower my risk of developing ovarian cysts. And this new doctor that I have, I have no words. I'm so thankful that I was able to find her through Twitter, of all places. So this is terrible. My friend, not my friend, my friend, I don't know. We could be friends. I want to be friends, but more of an acquaintance. I see her at parties, so I know her. Like, she lives in my area. Like, I know her. I've met her in person. Like, she's a real person. She posted on Twitter about having her tubes tied, and she's my age, or maybe even a year younger than me. And I saw her post about it, and I saw her post. A minute later, I DM'd her because it felt like fate that she had posted about this, because I was thinking about it, and then I saw her tweet about it, and I was like, this is my sign. I need to message her. And I messaged her, and I was like, who is your doctor who's performing this? Because I have been trying for years to get a doctor who will do this, and I cannot find one. And she was like, oh, here's her name, like, whatever, here's her location. Like, I went through ZocDoc and I found her, and I scheduled an appointment while I was chatting with her online. Like, and I'm so confident, and I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful I could cry. It's gonna do so much for my life, honestly, just improve it greatly. But yeah, she told me exactly where to go and who to see, and then I walked in, and I had a whole story prepared. Like, I had a whole, like, breakdown in tears, like, I need to have this done, and here are this reason and that reason, and I've done years of research, and I know all the risks and all of this, because that's what I had to do the first time, and I still got told no. So I was like, this is going to be a 4-hour appointment of me crying and breaking down and, like, begging this person to give me the surgery. I walked in, and she said, do you have any concerns today? And I said, well, I'd like to talk about getting my tubes tied. And she goes, great, okay. We schedule out 2 weeks in advance for surgery, so whenever you want to get it done, we'll get you put on the books, and if you have, I'll walk you through some, things at the end of the appointment, but go ahead and pop your legs up on those strips. Let's get your yearly pap smear done. And I was in shock. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, what do you mean? Like, I was almost, like, disappointed. Like, I wasn't disappointed, but I was like, I did all this work for nothing. Like, it was, like, just weird. But yeah, it was super easy. I just walked in, and I was like, I want this done. And she looked at me with the most genuine sincerity in her face. And she was a younger doctor, and she just looked and she said, yep, okay, yeah. And she took me seriously right off the bat, and she didn't question me. Obviously she had, like, regular doctor questions, like, she did, do the whole warning thing of, like, yes, this is very permanent, but it wasn't in, like, the condescending way. It was just in the way I do it, there is no going back. Like, this has to be a finalized decision. Like, I can clearly see you've thought this very much through. And it was, like, very reassuring. And I was like, yeah, no, that's exactly what I want. Like, I don't want it to be reversible. I don't want to go through anything like that. I don't want the risk of an ectopic pregnancy. I don't want that, like, and I'm just, like, so, like, I'm obviously very nervous because I've never had surgery before. I've had my wisdom teeth removed, which is the closest thing to surgery that I've had. But that's it. That's, like, kind of the story time portion of this video. The rest is going to be, like, vlog footage of, like, day before, day of. Okay, hi. Today is the day of my surgery. I am obviously done with said surgery. I'm in a lot of pain. The world's worst menstrual cramps. Only I have incisions that I don't want to get wet or warm, so I can't use a heating pad. I can use ice, but it hasn't been helping so far. The pressure of having the weight of the ice on me just kind of sucks and it hurts, so I haven't been using that. But I just took my technically my second narcotic. Are perks narcotics? I don't know. I don't do drugs. I had one of those in the hospital. Now I have something called narco.
And I feel like I've been lied to, because I don't feel out of it. I don't feel loopy. My voice is like this because I had a tube in my throat. Is that intubating? I don't know medical things, and also I'm very tired and I'm very sore. And I'm super freaking bloated and it hurts. I'm glad I did it. I won't regret it. But I just hate pain. I hate pain so much. I know everybody does, but even I have such a low tolerance for pain too, so it sucks even more. But yeah, so I have a thing called Narco. I have a big 800 milligram ibuprofen. I have a Gas X pill because they pump your body full of gas, so it bloats you. It really hurts. I have Tums, and then I have an anti-nausea pill because a lot of time narcotics make people super nauseous, and you definitely don't want to throw up when your stomach is this tight and sore. I can't laugh without immense pain, so I don't even know what to entertain myself with, because I love comedy and laughing. I have to get up and walk every hour, just again to help with the gas, but I would do it again. It was super fucking scary. I've never had any surgery before. It's the worst. I have an anti-nausea patch behind this ear, and if I ever accidentally touch it, I have to wash my hands because it could dilate my eyes. There was a point where the perk had worn off, and I had taken the new narcotic, and it hurt so bad. I'm smiling now and laughing now because the pill finally kicked in, but for an hour between when the old pill wore off and I could take my new pill finally, oh my god, it sucked so bad. But it doesn't feel like nothing. It doesn't numb me. It still sucks. I don't want to make it seem worse than it is, but I also don't want to sugarcoat it, because if you are wanting to get this done, I think you should know that yeah, this fucking blows, dude. Laying down is not great. Walking is okay. Sitting sucks because your body obviously naturally folds at the waist, and that's where the incisions are, so it's not super pleasant to sit. I kind of have to find myself sitting on an angle. Plus I have a disc herniation in my back in my L5S1, so it's I'm kind of battling a few demons here. But this is the main one. If I have back pain right now, I don't feel it, because this is just so much more sharp and intense. What's up, boys and girls? It is day 2. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing. No, I don't care. How do I feel? Let's get that out of the way. How do I feel? I feel great. By great, I mean my stomach really hurts and my throat hurts worse. I'm a little tired still. I woke up from a nap. I'm still really tired. My boyfriend's making us dinner. What a sweetheart. He's been helping me he's gonna be helping me all week, because he took a few days off work to spend time with me. I slept fine. I didn't wake up throughout the night. I woke up on my side, which I didn't really want to sleep on because my side is where a lot of the pain is held, but apparently in my sleep I turned over, but it turned out fine. I wasn't in massive pain this morning. I even missed my first dosage, and I woke up and I wasn't in agony or anything. It just kind of hurt, so I took them at 8 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. like I was supposed to. I slept through my alarm. There go my dogs. Day 2, I'll call it, has been pretty decent. I thought I was going to get way worse before I got better, but I have a feeling I'm just jumping right into starting to feel better.